Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a review slash swatch video slash kind of talk about video on the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. This is what I used to complete this eye look right here. I haven't even had this palette for a week yet, and it has so quickly become my absolute favorite palette. I don't even reach for anything else. This is just what I reach for constantly. It is my favorite new palette. It is gorgeous. I love it. So yeah, I did do this whole look with this palette. I'm just gonna bring you guys in so you can see what I did. Alright, so this is the look. It's just really warm tone with a pink nude lip, really dewy foundation, blush, bronzer. All the products I use will be down below, and a really smoked out lower lash line. Yeah, that's all I did. This is the palette. And I honestly love the packaging. Some people don't like it just because it's like chocolate, you know? They'd like it to have like a wrapper or something, but it just says Too Faced chocolate bar. And then you open it up and ta-da! I love it. I love how it says Too Faced chocolate bar here. I love how it has a mirror, and the colors are absolutely magnificent. Oh, I'll talk about that later, but the box that it comes in is like the wrapper of the chocolate bar, so it just goes inside like that, and I love this box. I'm probably gonna keep it. Now, before, they didn't have the names like in the palette. They just had it like a plastic thingy on top, but thank God they added the names so that you don't have to keep that little plastic thing. I will be doing swatches. Somewhere on the screen will say when the swatches start. And yeah, if you guys want to see looks with this palette, I love to do them. I'm always doing looks with them, so I will definitely have some looks coming up. But if there's any kind of theme or look you'd like to see in particular, make sure you comment that down below. So yeah, I went to Sephora and I just got this palette. That's all I got. But it was $59 without GST. So that's here in Canada, but in the US I think it's a few dollars cheaper. First of all, I want to talk about this palette in comparison to my Naked palette. As much as I love this makeup palette, I think it's just so mainstream. You know, it's just like there's just so many looks. There's just a certain amount of looks you can do with this palette. Whereas with this one, it's kind of non-stop looks, you know, like I feel like every time it's something different. It never really turns out the same for me. So that's what I really like about this palette. This, in comparison, they have that same color scheme, but this has more options. I will show you them in comparison. But so size-wise, they are about the same. So the Too Faced palette comes out a little here, and then the Naked palette is a bit longer. They're both brown, obviously, and this is the Naked, like the original Naked, and this is also the original chocolate bar palette. They are both in that bronzy, warm tone brown shade color range, but I have to say this takes a win. I'm not even reaching for this anymore. This is the only palette I am using now. It has been my favorite palette. I knew I'd like it the minute I bought it just because everyone, not everyone, but lots of people like it, and lots of my favorite YouTubers like it, and many of my favorite YouTubers have the same skin tone as me, skin complexion, so I knew I would like this. And every time I go into Sephora, I'm always swatching it, and I just knew I was going to like it. I just knew it. And once I got home and I tried it out and I actually liked it, I knew, yeah, hands down, best palette I've ever tried. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a everyday brown palette with a little kick to it. You know, you can go from glam like me to just a really neutral eye. This palette has 6 mattes in total, whereas the Naked only has 2 mattes. And when I didn't have this palette, I always used the mattes in this Naked because it was the only like really nice creamy mattes I had. But now these mattes are way better. I'm using them way more. I love this palette. This palette here has, this palette has 12 shades, whereas the chocolate bar palette has 16, so you get even more colors. And this is $64, and this is only like $59, $60-ish. So Nick, I can see you in the mirror. I can see you in the mirror.
What do you mean mirror?
In the mirror in the back.
Oh, here? Like, oh.
Get out!
I'm getting out. Okay.
So This one has 12 shades, whereas this one has 16, so you get more shades, and this one is a couple dollars cheaper. So honestly, I would go with this one if I were you. In the same color zone, they still have so some like gold, those brownie shades, that olive green, those like light highlighting shades, those matte shades, but this one takes the win for me. It has way more color selection. These shades are, like, all the shadows in this palette, there's not one shadow that I'm like, actually, there is one that I never have been a fan of, like, a matte shadow with glitter in it. I just feel like it just kind of ruins it, because in the package it looks so nice, and once you put it on the eye it kind of just looks bland. But that's this purple here that I'm talking about. I don't use it as much, but when I do, I just put water on it and it helps so much more and it looks more intense. So all in all, I love this palette, whereas the Naked has a few more shades that I'm like, not loving those. But yeah, so I really like this palette. I think it's a great palette for every day, for glam, to, you know, it just has everything, and it has a bunch of mattes, shimmers, kind of everything you need. And I like how they have a matte highlight shade and a shimmery one, but I'll get to those in the swatches. These shadows are so creamy, so blendable, like so easy to blend shadows. I can put like a really intense line and blend it out effortlessly and make it look great. It does smell like chocolate. I want to point that out. It doesn't smell like a whole lot, like you don't open and you're like, whoa, but like, it smells. I would honestly, if you want this palette but you just can't take it because of the smell, I would leave it out like a lot to get rid of the fragrance. It's not that bad. I've had mine for like a week and it's not that bad, but if that really bothers you, that chocolate smell, I would literally go to Sephora, smell their kind of tester, and that one's been out probably for a while. So if that's too strong for you, then I don't know how much you'll like the palette, but if you love chocolate, then that's great, you know, bonus. These matte shades are the creamiest matte shades I've ever encountered. Usually matte shades tend to be a little more chalky just because they don't have that glitter to hold them together, but these matte shades are so creamy, like just as creamy as the other shades. These like shades here with a shine to them, with a sheen, are so amazingly creamy and pigmented. All these shadows are so pigmented, as you saw in the swatches, obviously, but they're very creamy as well. So I just wanted to point that out. And they have no fallout. Even these darkest shades, I was really afraid that some of these dark shades would kind of get everywhere on my face, but they didn't. I put them on and they just stayed there, and then I didn't even have to do anything. Like, I didn't have to sweep them off, I didn't have to add extra concealer, it just worked, you know, it worked beautifully. I didn't have to do anything in addition. Really great palette. I highly recommend this palette. Such creamy shades, as I've said a million times, they don't fall, there's no fallout, and the pigmentation is so good. I feel like this is the best it can get. Highly recommend it. I like how the two highlight shades are the biggest shadows, because those are the shades you use every time. No matter what look you do with this palette, you're going to use those highlight shades. So I feel like it's really important. And I feel like they have such a good color scheme. Like, it's not just brown neutral, you know, they do add some pops of colors so you can really enhance your look. Like this olive green over here called, I'm just gonna note right now, my pronunciation on these shadows is horrible, so I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce them. I'll try my best, but yeah. So this green over here, this is called Gilded Ganish, and it's such a beautiful green with some gold flakes in it. I love it, and I'm so excited to use it. This one, they have such great matte shades, like Salted Caramel is absolutely my favorite. Semi-sweet, milk chocolate, white chocolate. They even have this one over here called Triple Fudge. That one's beautiful. Strawberry Bonbon. Such great matte shades. And then some of these really pretty shimmer shades like Marzipan, Creme Brulee, Hazelnut, Hulk Chocolate, Amaretto, And then like the other shades, like these ones are more shimmer, so Candid Violet, Black Forest Truffle, and then this one down here is mostly matte, but it has the slightest bit of sparkle in it, but it's mostly matte, so it doesn't look very sparkly. Love this palette. I think it gives you such a beautiful selection. You have your warm tone browns with your shimmers here, a bunch of mattes, some pops of color, beautiful, beautiful selection. So all in all, love this palette, and you guys will be seeing a bunch of looks with it, so make sure to comment those down below. And yeah, let's get into the swatches. Okay, so the first shade here is called Gilded Ganish, and I love this color. It's just an olive green shade. It's really beautiful with some gold flakes in it. And then this is White Chocolate. It's just a white matte shade. It's really light, but I like it for setting down my primers and stuff. Then this one is Milk Chocolate, such a nice matte brown and really creamy. Then this is Black Forest Truffle, such a pretty glitter shade, one of the best glitter shadows I've tried. This one here is Triple Fudge, and it's such a nice deep matte brown. It's great for your outer corners. This one is my favorite shadow out of the whole palette. This is Salted Caramel. This is amazing for your crease. This one is Marzipan, one of my other favorites. Such a pretty champagne pink shade. This next one is Semi Sweet. It's a really nice matte brown, again, really nice. This next one is Strawberry Bonbon, such a pretty like bubblegum pink. This is Candid Violet. It's a really nice purple, just a nice pop of color if you want to do any look with a purple shade. This one is Amaretto. I love this one, such a pretty brown burgundy copper shade, and it's so pigmented and so beautiful. This one is Hazelnut, definitely one of my favorites, and it is amazing. Such nice pigmentation. This one is Creme Brulee, the prettiest gold shade. It's just my perfect gold shade. I love it, and it's so creamy. This one is Hot Chocolate, really nice as well. Next is Cherry Cordial, again, awesome matte burgundy shade. And then the last shadow in the palette is Champagne Truffle, which is an amazing shimmer highlight. Such a pretty highlight. I'm constantly using this for every look I do. And yeah, that's it for the swatches. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you decide to buy this palette, or if you're thinking of buying a natural palette, definitely save your money and go for something like this. It is absolutely amazing. Highly recommend it. Yeah, and tutorials will be coming up soon, and yeah, I love this palette. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up, and comment down below what you'd like to see next, or if you'd like to see any tutorials using this palette, because I'd love to do a bunch. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!